You have Neon 1, you have Neon 2, but when you also have Neon 3, you know this set is a success, unless it's an AI generated image. Hot Wheels designers got better with each set, and you will see that going forward, as the cars got more details and more glowing parts on them. I always enjoyed how colorful this set is, from the artwork on the cars to the graphics on the cars. They also have a very nice variety of models in each mix, especially in the third one. Porsche 911 GT3 Cup is one of the oldest castings in this set. We have seen it before in sets like the Fast and the Furious. This series is one of those that all the cars are very detailed, because this is the way Hot Wheels make the differences in series, quality and materials used. And this sits somewhere between the mainlines and premiums, both in quality and price. First set had a cool Ford Focus, while the second one had the Toyota Celica. As the names say, neon, this series have a gimmick. They light under UV light. Well, as you will see, some parts of them light up and some cars actually don't light at all. Porsche has its whole body lighting up and the pink looks great on it. The Ford and Celica have just a few parts that can be visible under UV light. If I think really well, these neon cars would be nice to hang in a Christmas tree and check them with a UV light. Well, I might actually do that once I get the tree up. As the high-performance racing model, this McLaren F1 GTR is looking amazing. Another older casting seen in many series like the Speed Machines, Cars of the Decades, and more recently in the ID series and NFT. I like how the wheels fit, the spoiler in the back, with all the details on, and pink standing out as the main color. You can probably already guess what are the parts that light up under UV. The first neon had one of my favorite castings, Volkswagen Golf, while the second one had the Datsun 510 wagon. Another thing you will notice is that the second series had a lot of JDM cars, but I don't know any Hot Wheels collectors upset about that. As you guessed, pink lights up on this McLaren and it's looking very nice, while in the previous series the Golf doesn't, and I really wish they would find a color that does. While the second set had mostly JDM cars, Hot Wheels designers did find a variety in the third, with American and European licensed cars. Ford GT is one of the most known models from the American manufacturer, and this is the Grand Touring race car version built for GT1 racing. This is a very fun variation that we have seen before in series like the Old Boulevard, Cool Classics, Gran Turismo, and Speed Machines. It has even been a treasure hunt in 2013. The first set had the classic Nissan GTR, while the second one had the Skyline 2000 GTR, both classics of the JDM scene. Ford GT has the whole body light up under UV and it looks great. It's the same as the Porsche, and we do wonder why they didn't do all the cars to fully light up rather than just parts on the body. I would say variety and probably manufacturing costs as well. The first set had many cars without any lighting parts, just the case with the Nissan GTR unfortunately. I am glad they did things different with all the sets after. This set has some of the most popular models from their specific brands. When it comes to European countries, Germany is on top for sure. Developed by BMW M Motorsport for racing, this M3 GT2 is a very cool casting, one that European collectors go crazy for. It has never been part of premium series and, in 2020, has suffered a retool, with the biggest difference being the back spoiler now a metal piece, part of the body instead of plastic. It's a BMW, and it can definitely glow in the eyes of collectors, especially with the artwork that it has on it. The first set had a Honda Civic, a very nice JDM, while the second set has the Mazda RX-7. Under UV, almost all the body glows, so BMW has orange and green that glow. You might not have guessed this one, but the Civic doesn't glow, while the RX-7 also has two colors on, green and pink. If you are going to travel to Europe, German cars are everywhere here on the streets, as they offer the widest range of priced cars, from the most affordable to the high-class, expensive ones. This time the manufacturer is Mercedes-AMG Motorsport with a Grand Touring race car, the Mercedes-AMG GT3. It works very well with the artwork, huge back spoiler and the blue rims. The first set had the GT Hunter, a fantasy car, while the second neon set had the Mitsubishi Eclipse, a more legendary car. We had a lot of castings so far with full body glow. Well, this Mercedes only has the pink parts that respond to UV, although it does look interesting, especially from up close. From the previous sets, GT Hunter has no glow, while the Eclipse is as bright as the sun. In most collectors' eyes, the second set was the best one, as they took the time to fix everything that didn't work that great the first time. American muscle cars can't miss from a good set, and this Dodge Challenger Hellcat is a very good choice, although it's the first one not being a race version but a road production one. Only part of mainline series, with this variation being the most interesting one in my opinion, especially with the Hellcat logo in green on the full black body. This is how I see the real life version screaming on the streets. The first set had the Viper GTSR, a very cool casting, while the second set had the very known Honda S2000. When it comes to the glowing parts, Hellcat has the green accents and they look amazing. It might not be the whole body, but it's better this way. All three sets have the glowing gimmick, with the S2000 being the brightest and Hellcat the most interesting. Hot Wheels designers learned a lot from the first set. They saw collectors' response to the UAV glowing part of the cars and they implemented very well. Corvette C7 is another very fun casting, coming from an American manufacturer, one of the newest ones, not having a premium release so far. I enjoy Corvettes and I am happy it's part of this set. In US, these are actually Walmart exclusives, obviously not here, as we don't have that chain of stores around, and most times we don't even get them in the stores, but online markets. First set had a Rallycat, a fantasy car, another thing they quit using with future sets, while the second set had Acura Integra GSR. The Corvette glows really nice under UV light, most of its body light up. They all glow under UV, but I feel like the light is stronger on Rallycat and even Acura, but they're all fun in the end. Don't forget you can check the previous Neon Speeders case unboxing videos on my channel, check all the cars in detail and definitely pick your favorites. The last casting of the set, Cadillac ATS-V is another race car built for the Grand Touring Racing competition, only part of mainline series with an exception, NFT series in 2022, being able to be redeemable. NFT is a side of Hot Wheels collecting I haven't gone into very much, but it can be a subject for a future video on the channel. Another very well made casting with cool artwork on the body and wheels that fit very well. The first set had a cool BMW M2, while the second set had a Nissan 350Z with that awful gap on the wheels. I did had a lot of problems getting my hands on a set, impossible to get a case to make an unboxing. All three glow under UV, with Cadillac having one more color compared to the previous two. The fourth neon set has already been leaked, and let me just say that these three sets are the way to go if you enjoy the fluorescent colors and neon graphics in general. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you haven't done so already to check more cool videos in the future, happy holidays and see you soon!